G'day everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another month, and with another month comes another banger truck. Last month we did the Bushwhacker truck, and we've tried to incorporate some of that back into this truck here. We've gone with the boat up on top and a couple other sneaky additions. We've got new gear on here, particularly from All-Terrain Warriors with their new boat loader, Almac with their new boat motor slide, and a couple of other bells and whistles that I really think you're going to enjoy. Before we get too far into it, we're on Fraser Island doing this shoot. We've had an incredible couple of days, some of the best shots we've got, but I guess that's what Fraser provides. I will apologise in advance. I am losing my voice from shouting at this truck for the last 2 days, but I'll do my very best to give you the very, very best of Jackson. All right, we'll start up the front, and first of all, everyone that did enter the Bushwhacker truck, thank you very much. You guys are legends. We're about to get cleaned up from both directions here on the freeway. Should we just proceed, Gavin? Right, we'll probably get bipped, but whatever. Front end of these trucks are always really sexy. The back end's pretty sexy as well, but we try and keep the front end the same. Practical, All-Terrain Warriors front bar, hoops, powder-coated ripple black, steady spotties, and in the winch cradle there, we have a carbon 20,000 pound winch. Same winch that's on my truck, same winch that's pulled me out of trouble, so that's why I go with it. Windscreen surround, ripple black again. You've got a mount here on the right-hand side, or the driver's side. You got a mount over there that houses the GME whip, which is partnered with the XRS system in the cab. Up the top of the windscreen surround here, we have a wind deflector, stops a lot of noise. These trucks have the aerodynamics of a brick, so the more curvature we can get up there, the better. And it also houses the steady light bar there, tucks in nice and snug, and it really, really looks the part, which flows back into the roof racks. All-Terrain Warriors have a heavy duty roof rack system, houses up there the Bushwhacker tent. Bushwhacker tent then houses the solar. The Bushwhacker tent up there is the same Bushwhacker tent that we had on the Bushwhacker truck last month. I feel like I am going to be putting them on a lot of trucks. I really, really like their design. What else have we got around here? Oh, before I get too far, super single conversion, front and back. We've got the steel rims here. You can see yellow locator nuts here. What this essentially shows is if you're on a truck, you really don't want your wheel nuts coming loose. That there just shows you if your wheel nuts have moved, therefore you can tighten them up, whatever. Under here, you got the All-Terrain Warriors parabolic suspension with the Oztech shocks, which is a pretty standard kit that we put on these trucks. Seems to get the job done every time. Sliding back, we've got the All-Terrain Warriors headboard here. This headboard has a ladder, and internally it houses a 90 litre water tank with a gravity fed tap just in here, tucked away so it can't get smashed. Up under the back there, All-Terrain Warriors tuck your diff breathers up under the back of the cab between the tray or the headboard and the cab. That way it's protected and as high as they can possibly get it. Any water crossing this thing will be absolutely fine with. If you are going through water that's deeper than that, you are a madman. 140 litres worth of diesel just here. We've got the Founders mud terrain tyres. I try to switch it up. Founders mud terrains 1 month, All-Terrains the second month. I personally have mud terrains on my truck. They're a lot better off-road, considering the options are limited for tyres on these trucks. The Founders All-Terrains and the mud terrains, it depends what kind of touring you're doing. I've put muddies on this one because it kind of feels like a remote location truck. Up top here, we've got the Bushwhacker 180 degree awning. It's very simple to set up. Very similar to a lot of the awnings on the market these days, but I just find that the zippers are super slick and everything's really, really easy to set up. And I really like the look of them as well. Up top here, Gav's doing a piss. Mate, I need a different angle. Right, swinging around the back here, 2 spare tyres. Considering I have mud terrains on this vehicle, I would assume that the individual that wins it would be going quite hard. So any vehicle with 2 muddies, I think needs 2 spares. All-Terrain Warriors tow bar here, 4.5 ton tow rated, set up, ready for you to hook up whatever you want, whether it be your caravan or camper trailer, boat, whatever. You've got your receiver there and your shackles all ready to go. One of those shackles is loose. I will tighten it up. There we go. Reversing camera, steady work lights. They're super handy. We've been using them on the shoot even, like late night, you're pulling into camp after a big day of shooting, big day of touring, whatever it is. It just throws light all over the campsite between your headlights and your rear work lights. You can see everything. It's nice and easy to pull in. All-Terrain Warriors have done a sleek new upgrade on their rear lights, which I think look Mickey Mouse. And then obviously they're upgraded all their tray sides. So All-Terrain Warriors have their unique tray sides. Drop that down. It's all very heavy duty. All the bracketry, all the handles are very sturdy. What else have we got here? Obviously you got the rear tradie rack that sort of just supports what's going on up here. Alright, moving up the driver's side, I'll start up, considering we just spoke about the tradie rack. All-Terrain Warriors have designed a new boat loader. Now that boat loader pretty much can house any boat you want. It's extremely wide, it's adjustable, whatever you want to do, whatever boat you want to throw up there. Winch up the front, and it does take quite a long boat as well. The way they've designed it has allowed us to pull the boat right up the front there, so there's not much overhang on the back. All-Terrain Warriors being, I don't know what you would call it, but one of the leading truck manufacturer body builders in the industry. They do quality work and come up with all these new things for these trucks. They're always pushing the industry forward, is what I'm trying to get at. So, well done on the new boat loader. Sitting on top of the boat loader is a 376 Topper Trucker from Mako Craft. That's in the Black Ops. We always do the Black Ops. It always looks super fine sitting up there by itself. It fits in with the whole black trim package that we've got going on. And it is the exact same boat. If you were to swing that camera around and see my truck, it is the exact same boat we've had on top of our truck for 4 years. And it hasn't let me down despite putting several holes in it. That's enough about that boat. We've got an extra 140 litre diesel tank down here, and as you can see just up underneath here, each diesel tank has its own individual fuel filter. That is so you can identify contaminated fuel while you're out remote. If you've picked up, you know, from a remote petrol station some sort of crappy fuel that you need to isolate, you can see which tank's the problem tank, or you can just swap out the wow, we should give away one of those. That's your fuel filters. You control which tank that you want to draw fuel from the button on the dash. Left and right tank, pretty simple switch, and that will say pick up diesel from your right tank, pick up diesel from your left tank. Rocket science. Sliding forward, All-Terrain Warriors customized the front step here to give you a little bit more clearance. Once you put the 37 tires on it, the stock step becomes a problem. Doesn't give you enough clearance and doesn't allow you to articulate the way you want. So they customized the front step to a single footed, easy to climb into, problem solved, get in the cab, and more capable off-road, obviously. All right, let's do a Canopy. Righto, we'll do things arse about this month. I'll show you through the best part of the Canopy first. I don't know why I'm doing that, but we're doing it. Ta-da! Exactly the same as what we've done over the past couple of months. All-Terrain Warriors sell this as a pack. So essentially, slide out kitchen here. Pulls out, locks in. From here, you undo a couple of clips, you drop that down, kitchen bench, or Gavin's workstation while we do these shoots. Storage up here, cooking utensils, food, however you want to do it. I'm not one to tell you how to set up your truck. Slide that out, boom, induction cooking. 2 cooktops, slide these out. It's like a transformer, isn't it? You don't have to do it every time you pull it out, but if you're doing a lot of cooking, probably help. Now that the traffic's gone, the wind's picked up. Great. Bushman, upright, fridge, 130 litre. Again, same fridge I've got in my truck that's lasted a long, long time. Mine, after about 3.5 years, finally needs some love and care. But they're a great fridge, got me around Australia. That's why I buy them. That's why I buy anything that I put in these trucks. Into the Chevy Power Pack. I've got the Aussie Expedition here. All your switching for your lights and all your USBs, fridges, appliances, that's all here. You got your 240 volt outlets. So they're connected to a 3000 watt inverter that sits inside this power pack. Anything that you need to run, like a household appliance, kettle, induction, whatever it is, that'll do it. And then you got your USB points down here. Now come in here because this is my favorite part. Don't be shy. The best part about my job is I basically get a new truck every month, which means I get to peel this thing off every month, and I find it incredibly satisfying. Victron have got a new display. It's very techie. It looks really, really nice, and I don't know how to use it yet. I knew how to use the old one, but not this one. I'll have to fiddle around with it. Then up the top here, we've got a Chevy light. Now this light, All-Terrain Warriors have mounted on an angle here. So when you turn your light on, all the light is thrown back at your gear so you can see what you're doing. You can see your workspace, but it also throws enough light for the surrounding areas as well. I think that's a cool little neat feature there. All right, pantry. Again, very heavy duty, locks into place. All your pantry goods go in here. You got your fridge here, you got your power here, you got your induction cooking here, everything within arm's reach. It is a well-designed little kitchen space, and I'm frothing it. Very, very well done. We've got the smaller canopy this month. We try and change it up a little bit to suit everyone's different wants and needs. Essentially, in the back here, we've got on the other side the boat motor slide, but we have enough storage for whatever you want. And again, an adjustable shelf to throw things up top. You can drop that down. You can set this up whichever way you please. You could probably even get a shelf in this side, a short little shelf, get a couple in there. Whatever the hell you want to do, that's what you can do. Again, Chevy light lights this thing up like Christmas. Yeah. Sliding back here, we've then got the huge under tray lockers. I mount my compressor and everything. I've got a huge 24-volt compressor. You can get recovery gear, so much room in these things. It's basically like having a third canopy. All right, let's do the other side. Is that rolling? Powder coated black. Absolutely beautifully finished off. Shelves here, again, you can get more shelves if you want. You can set these up however you want. Absolutely massive. I would like to know the literage capacity of these drawers that they put in here. I probably should know. But what I would say is it's huge. Fits a lot of gear in it, and it's really handy to have a drawer or a large drawer when you're living on the road. If everything's got a place, nothing's ever messy. But if things don't have a place, then everything becomes messy, and a drawer's a great way, at least a big drawer's a great way of giving things places. Drawer fridge. Now, the place that you store your beer is in your drawer fridge. That's at least what I do anyway, unless the missus takes over it and uses it as a freezer. But most of the time, it's a beer fridge. Evercool, I find them to be the best drawer fridges. So that's why that's in here. Again, Chevy lights the way. Rear canopy. This is where our Tohatsu 20 horsepower outboard motor lives, unless it's on the boat, of course. Preferably, we'd want it on the boat so we could be in the water, but I'll show you how this works. This is the new Almac boat motor slide. I have the old boat motor slide, and after a couple of years it's held up, but this new design is making me want to get one. It essentially runs on completely internal tracks, and it also has a really, really neat locking feature that makes ease of use. It's a lot better and a lot more heavy duty, and the motor itself is actually sturdy on the outside of the boat. Now, sitting on it is a Tohatsu 20 horsepower. The reason we go with these is because of weight. I think they're 5 kilos lighter than their closest competitor, and you do not compromise on any power, which is Mickey Mouse. That's the other thing. We want to get the tinny off. We wanted to showcase a little bit of what's going on up there, but Gavin left the winch remote at home. All right, sliding back here, another under tray storage locker. I always muddle that up. Huge again, both sides. The reason I highlight these particular storage lockers is because on a truck, it's not the same as having a simple tray back underbody locker. They are just absolutely massive. You might as well, have a third canopy. All right, guys, let's take a look in the cab. Standard Isuzu interior, just nice and basic. You've got your spotties and your light bar over here controlled. You've got your left and right tank, and you've got your red arc tow pro controls. That's all over here on your right hand, all easy to operate, pretty self-explanatory. Then you've got your idler over here. So basically on the truck, you can idle up or down. What I find this helps me with the most is if I'm dragging heavy loads out of the canopy in terms of power, I can idle up, and it just allows the alternator to give me the output I need. It has actually been incredibly helpful for us on the road. Then you've got your stock standard Isuzu knobby thingies that adjust your air conditioner, and then your head unit here with, I've said it in the past, Isuzu are coming to the party with a little bit of technology. You've got your overhead storage here, absolutely huge storage space. I store all my maps and everything up there for when I'm traveling around. The missus has all junk that always rattles around up in hers. All-Terrain Warriors have fitted us out with some trim here. She's got their logo on the driver's seat as well. Yep. I'll just keep talking.
You talk too much.
Do I? GME XRS system. That's the same one I've got in my truck, one of the best. And then in the back, you've got your 4 seats, 4 anchor points. for your kids or however many passengers you have, whether it be family members, dogs, friends. So the anchor points there that I just mentioned, which means you can get 4 child seats across the back, which is very handy. And then obviously your kids have got all the room in the world. Am I missing anything inside the cab here? Oh, she's a manual. There was a couple of people that commented last week saying, you know, why'd you go on manual? You've built this beautiful truck and then you don't go on automatic. If I have AMT, and if I had my time again, I would go on manual. Touring and off-roading, manual's better. In my opinion, don't shoot me. I get manuals because they're better. That's my opinion. Now, I get that it's cheaper, but sometimes just because something's more expensive doesn't make it more fit for purpose. Oh, you're a troopy boy. What do you want, Gav? Manual, yeah? Yeah, off-roading, it's just more control. That's enough about the cab. Last but not least, and my favorite feature on the whole truck is the rooftop tent is clap activated. There you go. At the clap of the hands, a penthouse suite, Fraser Island, and without a doubt, the best place to view a sunrise and sunset here on the island. We've got the Bushwhacker rooftop tent. This is the penthouse. This is the top of the line rooftop tent that they have. Now, the features in it are really, really cool. It's got a strip light the whole way around, which is my favorite feature. The strip light themselves are actually impressive to the point where me and Gavin were just talking about how good they would be inside truck canopies and things like that. They're really, really high quality. What's good about them, they've got the orange and the white light and they're dimmable. They've got their own individual switches up in there, and the whole setup of how it's done is really, really neat. On top of that, obviously it's got your power points for all your charging and all your storage up there. It's got pouches for all your clothing, pouches for your laptop. It's got one big pouch. Tide's in. Stop. I'm almost finished. It's got one big pouch up there for whatever the hell you want. It's a really good tent, and it actually is light and sits really compact on your vehicle. So it's not, for example, I've got one that's sitting on my truck and it is probably double the thickness and double the weight. As I get older, I'm getting a little bit more practical, and a smaller, lighter truck is the way that I would go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really, really appreciate it. If you stick around to the end of the video now, we'll show you exactly how that clap activation works on the rooftop tent. Thanks, guys. Good luck. See you at the live draw. I'll put the dates for the live here. It'll be 5 p.m. on whatever date. I can't remember. My marketing manager will sort that out for me. It'll be right up here for you. See you there. Good luck to everyone. Thanks for watching. You filming? Yeah, the waves have been pumping. Hey, do people surf on Fraser, or like, could you go? Because I've seen no one in the water, man. Is it sharky? Can someone tell me in the comments, why do I never see people surfing here? Because it's bloody perfect. Or maybe I should go out there and test it, and if I get eaten, you know not to come out.
Right.
10 years later. All right, let's take a look in the cab.